Here's a friendly reminder to not be too woke or too enlightened when you are doing ancestor work. I recently saw somebody online say that she was going to break up with some of her ancestors during this Samhain. And while I don't quite know what she means and I cannot make a judgment on that, it did strike me that we tend to do this kind of thing. Um, us as Westerners, I can only speak for my own culture and the American culture that I am immersed in right now, but we seem very disconnected from the earth, from each other, and definitely from our history. And our way of solving our discomfort seems to be to silence it. So we do not speak about the Native American genocide, or we definitely don't speak a lot about slavery or racial injustice. Um, as a rule, in genuine polite conversation, all of that obviously has changed this year. Um, and it really is the same in most cultures where we have things in our history that makes us feel ashamed. The idea of being able to break up with an ancestor is definitely not something that I have seen outside of Western cultures. Um, and to me, it sounds a little bit like silencing the discomfort. One thing that I know with the work that I do is that we might shun our ancestors, but they will never leave. We carry them inside of our bones. I find inherited energies in people all the time, still to this day, influencing their day to day life, their career, their relationship with their children, their very health. You carry in your body the memory or memories of the ancestors you would really like to ignore, but they will not let you. And here's the thing: ancestors, those uncomfortable, problematic ancestors who did horrible things like genocide, like rape, like owning people as if they are possessions, those ancestors are the very ones we need to address. Because I think it's clear from the actions that they were traumatized people. Healthy people do not treat other people as less than. Well attached people do not other people because they look different, speak different, eat different, wear different clothes. We have made this othering thing the very thing that led to this problem that we are, or problems that we are in worldwide. We have made that something that is so deep in our systems that we are not trying to other the ancestors. We are supposed to reconcile back to the collective. Um, I heard yesterday somebody say that Pluto is the god of the discarded. Um, I am not very familiar with mythology, nor am I familiar with astrology, but I was really appreciative of that way of putting it, because I also know that Pluto is the planet of regeneration and transformation. And if we do not recognize the parts of us that we have discarded, whether that is parts of ourselves, shadow, or parts that we think that is not part of ourselves, like our ancestors, who are just as much part of you as your shadow, when we discard it, we put it in the realm of Pluto. And I find that actually comforting, that these people who we deem worthy of being discarded, being shunned, being not being mentioned, are the ones who probably hold the key to our healing, to our regeneration, to our transformation. So how about instead of breaking up with an ancestor, connect with that ancestor? Yes, the problematic one. Connect to the one who was a rapist. Connect to the one who was a murderer. Connect to the one who was a slave owner. Connect to the one who goes way back when and treated women horribly. Connect to the one who abused children. Connect to everyone, because no matter what culture you're in, you have problematic ancestors. They are just as much a part of you as the nice ones. None of us are all good or all bad. We all have problematic parts. And it's in that striving for purity that we also want to reject our problematic ancestors. You cannot reject an ancestor and not reject a part of yourself. Don't bring your self-loathing into your ancestor work. This is such a key place for healing. Don't be so woke that you miss the transformation and the regeneration and the redemption that waits not just for you, but for your family and your community and possibly for the whole collective. These are just my thoughts for Halloween. Happy Halloween, Samhain, whatever it is that you celebrate. Let's make it a healthy one.